There are so many uses for virtual reality, and there's so many fields we can apply it to, that we are always working with multidisciplinary teams of scientists. And so you have people that are like me, the computer engineer, computer scientists, who are developing the software to show the information.
You really need that team atmosphere where you have a computer scientist who's programming the virtual reality environment, and then whatever environment you're working in, you're going to need experts in that area to guide you on what virtual reality aspects do you want in this environment.
You have to have some artists and people who have the ability to create realistic-looking environments, like a building or a tree, and it's almost more of an art form than a science. They're a lot of times going to be traditionally trained artists, but they also have to understand the math and science behind how the models are created in the computer. But they can get into the field, and it's very important. It's one of the pillars of the process.
And so you see, without a lot of effort, a lot of integration of science, math, and the arts. And that's really the power of virtual reality. It's not just about science or technology or engineering or math. It really encompasses all that, plus the art side as well. One of the things we talk about a lot with virtual reality is it has really, at the end of the day, little to do with the technology. It's really about a new way of learning for students.
The students may work with a teacher to make an educational project, and they create their own project each 9 weeks. So we force them out of their comfort zone and get them to work with the teacher, a teacher, any teacher that they want. So it could be science, it could be math, it could be social studies, it could be language arts. It doesn't matter. It's their choice, who they're comfortable with.
You fit virtual reality to whatever you're doing. And so I went to my chemistry teacher, and she said, well, I was gonna buy a set of models to show sodium chloride construction. And so nobody really understands, I mean, the students don't understand that the sodium and chloride alternate not on a 1D, not on a 2D, but on a 3D scale. And so nobody understands that. What does that mean, you know? And so I'm like, I can do that. Let's do that. And so I got on Blender, and less than 15 minutes later, we had something that would work, and so we brought it down, and she's like, this is perfect. And so you really learn a lot from doing the educational project, and they get something out of it to kind of expand their resources without limiting their budget.
Or now you have kids actively coming to the science teacher, engaging in intellectual conversation. And the physics teachers, for example, are finding that they're able to expose the student to all the things that they would want to do in that course through virtual reality. A lot of times we inadvertently condition kids to expect the teacher to have the answer, and so I raise my hand and I ask my question, the teacher gives me the answer. Well, answers aren't that readily available in virtual reality because honestly the teacher doesn't know the answer sometimes with that. And so what it really has helped do is help kids connect with other students and ask questions and get online and communicate with professionals. And so you begin to see kids identify other students who are good at something they're not so good at and learn from each other. And that's hard to get accomplished sometimes in a traditional classroom.
In the virtual reality, because everybody's trying to move themselves forward, it's about them and where they're going. It's not a competition any longer. It's respecting what you can do and having you teach me what you can do so I can do it to make my project a little bit better. So that peer-to-peer becomes huge.
Whoa, it just turned, okay, that's cool.
Wait, how did you do that?
To them, it's not a big deal that they don't know something. They're excited that somebody else knows it and they communicate with them. Where traditionally in a classroom, if I know it and you don't, or you know it and I don't, I'm not going to let you know that I don't know it because that'll make me look dumb. You don't see that in virtual reality because the kids understand some kids are better at this than I am, and vice versa, and we help each other, and that's been really fun to watch happen.